Welcome to this video on the Son of Art channel. My name is Shri Satguru Ishwara. Now, some people might ask themselves, what is the traditional Sikh soap? This is a little joke that I wanted to play and say, the Quran, right? That's the best soap. That's the best way to scrub the body. You know, and to go get anything that's deep in the skin, right? So we've talked in this video on the Zen Warrior channel about the 5 Ks of Sikhism and their significance. We've talked about the Quran, which is an armor, an outer shell armor of the Sikh. One of the 5 Ks. And it's also a tool to cleanse. Okay, so to defend, but also to cleanse. For in a physical, practical application of the Quran, as it is on the wrist, you can use it to scrape the skin with the Quran with more or less strength. You don't want to do it you don't want to hurt yourself, but just to gently scrape and massage the skin and the fingers, moving away from the body. So it is an effective tool to neutralize anything magical that is under that area that you scrape. So there are different types of magical things which seek to connect to the skin or go within the skin or penetrate the skin. And you can pass the Quran over your body, right? Anywhere that you feel a ninge, a pinch, a twinge, whatever kind of weird sensation. You know, so we know that hooks and attachments and all those different things, you know, the crochet, all those different things like to go in energetic spots such as connection spots. So elbows, knees, wrists, the right wrist especially for men, the left wrist for women, ankles, fingertips in some cases, all those different things, right? All those connection points with connecting the body together or connecting the body with other things, right? So all those connection points. So the Quran can be used to clean, to cleanse. And you pass the Quran over the body, you cleanse. And for example, the arm, you move the Quran away from the arm, right? Away from yourself, cleansing. And you neutralize with the iron any magic residues that are within you, within your auric field. You can even do it within the auric field, just like that, right? With the Quran, within the auric field. But if you want to get anything hooked deep within the skin, then you go and you pull out the hook with the movement of the wrist of the Quran. So you pull out the hook, you flick the wrist, and pull out the hook with the Quran, which goes under the hook, pulls out the hook, and flicks it away from the body. And you do this everywhere on the body, okay? And you don't remove it to do the other side. You just simply kind of do it in this way, and this side is protected by the Quran in any case, right? So you can even bring the Quran up the body and do it like that, right? You know, flick down, get rid of any hooks, anything that could have gotten through, but they will not have gone through on that side. They'll come through on other sides. As this is your defended side and your cleansing side, your active side that you use to purify. So you come, you remove the hooks from those knees, from those elbows, from those thighs. They like the thighs as well. Thighs are a popular place to store something, right? A very popular place, a great, big, thick place, nice and juicy to store something, right? So thighs are nice and juicy. So to put in attachments, hooks, drains, all those different types of things. So the kara can be used to cleanse, right? You pass it and you remove the hooks from yourself. You neutralize the magic with the iron of the kara, and with the steel and shape and strength of the kara, you pull out the hooks, right? With your strength as a practitioner, right? Under the guru, right? Under God. So that is one of the things you can do with the kara. So this is the joke that I said at the beginning, that the kara is the Sikh's soap, because that's how you cleanse what really needs to be cleansed, even more than a little bit of gentle dirt from the earth, right? So one of the tools, one of the applications of the kara, how it can be used to cleanse the body, cleanse the auric field, as well as protect. So different functions. So in a situation, for example, where something we did go through, well, then you can catch it with the kara, right? So one of the techniques of those things is to learn to feel when something comes to connect. So you're just having a simple day and suddenly you feel a little twinge somewhere in your body. Well, that's not a coincidence. That's something that's coming to come for you, entering you, a twinge or a pain or a weird feeling in your vertical, in your spine, like something like hooks coming in, something giving you a little pain in your posture. All those things are all attacks spiritually. Okay? You're not supposed to feel pain naturally. If there's no medical condition for that pain, it's because it's a spiritual attack. Okay? So, and even medical conditions are subsequent usually to spiritual attacks. So, or karma, basically, right? So the kara can be used to cleanse, right? It can be used to pull out hooks. It can be used actively as well as passively, as an armor around the body, an outer shell shield to protect the body by protecting its most sensitive points, the right wrist in male and the left wrist in female. So it protects the body. It protects the being, it is your outer shields, right? Your outer shield, but it can also be used to do cleansing processes. So that's just an added benefit of the kara. In any case, if you ever want to do a cleansing ritual, a cleansing ceremony with yourself, you can cleanse with the kara and neutralize any magic anywhere and pull out any hooks and go deep, really, if you want to pull any hooks. And also when you're just doing your casual everyday stuff, you feel a twinge somewhere, you feel something like that, you can go catch it with the kara and pull it out, right? And then you can also, if you want to play these types of things, you can also flick it out with the kara as well, or you can flick it down if you prefer to flick it down and be a little bit less militant about that. Okay, so there are different practices with the kara, right? Different knowledges of the kara. Like there are different practices of protecting yourself with the kara actively as well. So there's the passive defense of the kara, right? But then there's also the whole side of lineage of active defense with the kara, as there is active cleansing with the kara, or active combat with the flicking of the kara. But this is different talk. Thank you for listening to this video on the Zen Warrior channel.